All right, we are back again, and we're going to be broadcasting momentarily the Wiwwt versus Beaconfire match. We'll go ahead and pump up the jam real quick. We'll talk to these guys real quick.
Okay.
Hey guys, I am just about ready here. What's the password?
Sweet. Destiny, all lowercase.
All right, let's get in there. All right, they apparently have already figured out their ban. Well, apparently, yeah, they okay, whatever. Okay. Um, please promote make black. Okay, well, let's try to we'll get a fairly good view here, and we'll be able to try to see. Whoops. All right, there we go. Whee! All right, that should be a pretty good view. We should be able to kind of see what they got, and then we'll zoom in here for camera 2. We'll get over here for camera 3, and we'll get over here for camera 4. We'll. All right, there we are. Okay. All right. So we are just about ready to rock and roll here. Um, let's promote very briefly. And ongoing coverage. Now Beaconfire versus Wiwwt. Okay, so here we go. The roll in. Looking like that Beaconfire has won this particular, and he's going to make a choice. Looks like he's chosen Palace of the Jedi here. His starting hand has double Jedi Temple Guards. That's crazy. But he's got to create the resources for it, and he's kind of in a deck that really cares about getting some abilities out. Oh, he does have Yoda's teachings, though. I think is that Yoda? Yeah, that's Yoda's teachings, and which that actually should probably net him. That might do pretty well for him overall. What with Grow Beyond as well. That I think that does that enable him to discard from your discard pile. Yeah, so if he gets Yoda's teachings into the discard pile, he can reduce its cost by 1, and that's kind of nice. On the other side, up on top, we've got Trick, Faltering, Kyuzo, Tuscan Camp, and Doubt. That's another pretty good starting hand there overall. The Faltering Legion's not great for him. That's just trading 1 damage each. But, since he's got more health, that's not so bad. But it's 24, 28 health, 30 when you count the shields. He goes ahead and just straight up plays the Yoda's teachings rather than tries to go for the Grow Beyond play. So we'll see what's happening there. All right. Hi, chat, once again. We'll get there. All right. Those pirate loyalists have 3 blanks, so I don't play them. Since I'm generally 50-50 to roll blanks anyway, so pirate loyalists make it 150% likely to roll blanks. because that's how math works, right? And probability. So he tricks after. So Palace of the Jedi came in, rolled in the 2 shields, and he tricks just to get rid of it. Not a bad decision overall. That makes sense. Luke rolls in, hits the couple of focus, and then a 2 shield, which can also be resolved as damage per Luke's text. He's going to wait to activate Obi-Wan until he can get some Guardian some damage out of it. We'll see if he decides to go ahead and do it now or later. I mean, overall, it's not too beneficial to, I mean, when you're not running like other stuff. But Obi's pretty good, pretty good. This might be an instance of just going ahead with the power action on Obi-Wan to reroll those 2 focus if you're feeling good about that. But he goes ahead with just taking some damage. Put that damage out. Focuses to the special. Not bad, I guess. Okay, so he's going to go ahead and bring out Mr. Hondo. Rolls hardcore damage. Goodness. Just knocks out one of those with a pacify, and then we'll see. I guess it's just rolled. Gosh. I mean, at this point, don't you just focus into the other damage and like then let him see if he's going to Guardian put like 8 on Obi-Wan? Round 1 seems pretty good. It seems like that's a pretty decent play. Oh, really? Okay. I guess, I mean, yeah, you can discard and reroll that. Sure. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, no significant change, but he gets the resource out of it. Shield and a resource rather than trying to turn a die. Okay, all right, well. Okay, discarding to reroll. Gets the 2 disrupt. Okay, that feels pretty good. All right, so he moves the Jedi Temp. Okay, I guess that's why you do that. Yeah, he's like saying I'm fine with that. All right, that's cool. Some. I think he might have should have waited on that 2 disrupt though. Maybe I'm wrong. He could dirtle a bit. I mean, even with just like he can get 3 resources here this turn now as a result. Albeit, you know, he might end up forcing. Well, he doesn't know he's got a doubt in his hand, but he want to use it. What are you doing? Do it on the resource? No? Okay. Oh my gosh. Seriously? Oh, Beacon is one lucky SOB here. Yep. I got doubted twice in the last game. Both times hit blanks. Thanks. The dice lords are against me. Yep. Yep. This is exactly what Beacon wants here. It's like he does not care. Yeah. Yep. 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 There is yet more damage and a resource for him. Okay. Yeah. What's he going to do? Just take the resource, of course, and then. Yeah. So overall, I mean, you got to. If you're Beacon, you're feeling pretty dadgum good about that round. I mean, goodness. Now he's ready for a Jedi Temple Guards #2 and just flat out like he can overwrite Obi-Wan's lightsaber. I mean, check a look at this hand. My gosh, mono versus mono here. But the Obi-Wan saber to overwrite off Yoda's teachings because why not? I'll have I mean, then you can play the Jedi Temple Guards, gain as many resources as you can before playing the Taru on Luke if you need. I mean, this is wow. Yes, he's got a blue milk. I mean, this is about as good as you could imagine here. This is crazy good. This is really, really good for him. What a setup. On the other side, we do, he's just activating the Pirate Loyalist at this point. Oh, okay, yeah, there's that override, of course. Fury, Trick, Greed, Den of Thieves, Headstrong. So nothing to get on the board with, but lots of removal. So if he's, he might be able to eliminate some resources and thus stave this flow. Because like board state is really leaning heavily toward Beacon at this point. Some damage, but not as good of a roll as he rolled in last time. Yeah. So there's 4 damage there. Easy peasy. Fury's one of them. Okay. Yeah, because otherwise his Pirate Loyalist just goes down the tubes. I mean, it makes sense for for him to just potentially just guardian that 3 damage there. Just prevent the Kyuza from getting bigger. Because without, when you're in the position of like you don't have the heroic protector version of the deck, Obi-Wan really just wants to like snipe the dice that are low value that could be high value, right? So that's what you want to do. He opts to go with the Ataru instead of the Temple Guards. All right, well, I guess that's in some sense that's trying to use the Ataru twice, and he's going to move it over to Obi-Wan, I guess. But I'm not sure. I don't know. Do you agree with that, chat? Rolls into the Ataru special and double focus. So he gets headstronged. He does move the Ataru over, which is, I guess, that was his end game, and that's why he wasn't trying to, go this route. Still looking really good for Beacon right now overall. There's the Greed. Oh, he's discarding to reroll. Okay. And it gets better. Yeah, I mean, that's better than what he had. He still has a blank. Okay, he Guardians the 1 die, but not anything else to roll out. And hits 4 damage, a blank on the Obi Saber, which he's definitely going to need to reroll that. And then a resource on the Obi-Wan. So he definitely wants to be able to resolve that Obi-Wan Saber since it heals him as well. So it does 4 damage, so now it's 6 health left. And the Obi-Wan Saber will redeploy, but not anything else. Okay, so that goes... He does the 4 damage into the Pirate Loyalist to take him down. So he's 1 down. Removes a 2 with a trick. Doesn't have the resources to play the Den of Thieves. So the question is he going to re-roll it? And okay, he flips. He's got 1 more Pirate Loyalist to roll out. That's cool. Hits a blank. Okay. The question is, does he want it, this Den of Thieves, or does he want to re-roll for the value? If it were me, I wouldn't end up re-rolling that. I'd probably just roll more blanks anyways. You know, it's just the way it is. He's going to get a shield on Obi-Wan here. No re-roll necessary. Ooh, he's thinking about it. He is thinking about it. Well, he's going to at least, at the very least, you need to use that 2 damage first. Yeah. Okay, there's blue milk. There's a heal. Both of them get a resource. So now he's kind of... Whoa, wait. Yep, there it is. Okay. And... Wait, did it? Oh, yeah, I guess he did. Yeah. That's sick. And even though he has the 2 resources, he's re-rolling, and he hits both blanks. That's how it works for me. I don't know about you guys. Oh my gosh. Now he's got double Jedi Temple Guards and 2 rerolls out of it. He can reroll both of those dice, and he doesn't even need to because he doesn't roll any blanks. Of course. Oh my gosh. So at this point, we're seeing, let's see, it's 19 to 19 in terms of health, but the board state is so heavily slanted on Beacon right now. It's kind of hard to imagine. Like, he's got, you know, tons of stuff out. Like, I mean, Ataru Obi Saber in good positioning. He's got a Quillen Saber to even override over the Ataru when he's ready. He goes ahead and overwrites. I guess he just feels like he's not going to... I'm not sure I agree with that yet. I mean, it feels like that he probably wanted to wait. Like, Ataru is more valuable than Quillen, right? So in that case, don't you want to try to, like let's roll out and see if we can't... Oh, that's what he's doing. Of course. He still has the Grow Beyond in his hand. Well, okay. So that's why he's doing it. That's cool. Yeah, he gets the heal off the Quillen, and then the 2 shields from the Taru. So yet again he's like kind of distancing himself, like he's pulling away and like in the lead here. The Loyalists can't keep up with this. Hey, I'm familiar with that role. Okay. Yep, doubting, I guess, the Ataru here. Yep, that's about as good as it could get for him there. That's pretty nice. All right, here comes the Ataru. He's so confident in his ability to keep Obi-Wan alive that it's like he just does, okay. I mean, this is ridiculous. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Is he gonna Guardian both? He is, apparently. Rolls it in and hits a pretty hefty... Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. He's gonna have to probably flank or headstrong here. I guess he's gonna headstrong. Some big... Man. Gotta love the no blank roll. I think you take the +3, and he might take the Taru here. Yeah. Yeah, he's going to discard him, though. And that's the one thing about it, is that, like, by doing that, you know, you're kind of sacking the rest. But, you know, maybe you just take the 2 at that point. Yeah, okay. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Jeepers. Uh, yeah. I mean, it's theoretically possible here. He could just kill Hondo. Well, that's close. It's getting there. You can save that too. Yeah. There's the claim, and that's just this is where I think he just goes for the win. I mean, I think you have to like I think you just re-roll this, right? I mean, look at this. This is insane. So yeah, he just has like if he can re-roll a few more twos out of this, like okay, yep, yeah, you re-roll that with your Obi-Wan. Oh, see, there's that, and see, I mean, this is like I could only dream. Can only dream. He's got one more chance to roll it. I don't see why he wouldn't. I mean, you absolutely have to take this chance. Luke's teachings is not that good. Yeah, he's gonna be. Yeah, well, okay, yeah, you have that. Keep it going. You have to take the chance. This is hilarious. Yeah, Luke's teachings is not that good, man. Like it's worth the kill. Okay, yeah. So you missed it, but like okay, whoop de do, whoop de frickin' do. You got you're putting him down to 2 health. Congratulations. You're so far ahead. Yeah. Yes, you absolutely do it. Oh my gosh. Uh, yeah, it was worth it. Goodness gracious. Does he have anything that stops it? Hasty exit, infamy, not really. Force mirage, that's even better. So you can just like pretty much just roll in Obi-Wan no matter what and just deal with it. Yeah, you roll it in, you see what you get. He rolls his in, he sees what he gets. Oh man, see that's more like what I was rolling. That's like who cares? Oh man. Like the fact you didn't even roll a 2 there. That's kind of hilarious. Well, there's at least a 2 damage. Not much he can do about that. He can give him the battlefield to eliminate it, which he may with a hasty exit. I don't know. Really, like, what does it stop at this point? I don't know. Like, he's kind of thinking, like, maybe. I don't know. Does he think he's going to be able to pull an infamy off here? If he, and even then, it's like, well, okay. So he does 4 damage. Cool. Okay. So now he could do the infamy, but like this is really bad. I mean, ugh. Just gross. Yeah. All right. Yep. He's eyeing his infamy. Oh my gosh. Check those dice. Oh my gosh. Oh, he still keeps hitting it over and over again. Infamy, let's go. It doesn't really matter. I mean, it's just 8 damage, right? 7, 8. I mean, it makes the difference, not so unpalatable. That's for sure. Yeah, but that's just concede at that point. There's nothing like that's 7. So yeah, he couldn't do anything. All right, game 1 is over. Beacon takes it. Aye, aye. So the bands, if you weren't aware, I don't know if we said so, but the bands were Wiwwt band Baru and Beacon band Kiadimundi. So that was an interesting choice. On to game 2, and in this case we see an Ayla Obi deck versus Leia Luminara. Now this is a deck that historically Wiwwt has played to good effect. And of course Ayla Obi, I just lost 2 in a row with that. So, make of that what you will. Wiwwt gets choice of battlefield, of course. And it looks like that Beacon, Wiwwt is keeping an Obi-Wan Saber and going for the draw. Beacon ended up with an Armory, Heroic Protector, Jedi Temple Guards, Way of the Jedi, and DC Hand Blaster. That's pretty dadgum good. Wiwwt draws back into a couple of 2-cost removals, Ataru and Jedi Temple Guards, so his cost bases in his hand just went way up. He's not going to be able to play all that this round. So expect a bunch of rerolls, but that's pretty normal. So Palace of the Jedi is chosen. That would be the battlefield for Beacon there. That Obi-Wan Saber doing its thing. The Palace of the Jedi generates a couple of shields for Miss Ayla. Luminara hits 2 specials right off the bat. And that's actually kind of a big deal. That's like, that's kind of extra nice value. I mean, you tend to just take both of those and roll both of those Leia dice out and just go for it. Oh, so he goes for a discard and a rollout on the first special. Says discard again. Hits the Heroic Protector. That's pretty significant. And hasn't hit a blank yet. All right, the DC 17 comes out off of an Armory play. Comes out for free, draws a card, draws into the second Way of the Jedi now. So he's just got the Temple Guards and the Way of the Jedi in his hand. Wiwwt takes the resource off of the Leia. He's going to go ahead and just go ahead and Guardian that too. Doesn't want him to be able to value that anywhere else. And rolls into 2 shields. Ayla still has her PA to get out that clone trooper die. Always feels good. Okay. Taking more shields off the Leia dice. Rolls into. Oh, okay. Blank, then gets the reroll off Ayla, which gets him a resource off the clone trooper die. I guess there was a pass there. Okay. Yep. Jedi Temple Guard comes out, which you would totally expect. Continues the pass. Ayla rolls out. Hits some significant damage. You would imagine at this point, he probably says he's ready to just Guardian that 2 from Ayla. The 2 damage there. And then see if he can get any additional shields. He takes the 1. But gets 2 shields out of it. Okay, fair enough. Rolls into 1 blank. And a 2 damage. The power action to reroll Leia's die. Yeah, it just hits 2. Why not? Okay. Says reroll it is, and hey, hits all damage. Beaconfire is really able to roll doubles of whatever seems to be coming off of the frickin' temple guards here. It's game 1 and 2 here. The strength of those temple guards is just really, really, really good. Uh-oh. Okay. I think we are back. Then the damage was dumped from Leia's dice onto Obi-Wan, so Obi-Wan's sticking at 6 damage on him. But there's 5 more dice to go. We'll see how far he can take this. Yeah. It says he's going to reroll that one. Okay. Sure. Okay. Okay, I see what he's... Yeah, he's really wanting to save that Way of the Jedi. Yeah. Heads back into the reroll. On the Jedi Temple Guards there. Okay, so he's going to go after Luminara. Now, I mean, Leia's got a Guardian, so this could get interesting. I mean... Yeah, I mean, that makes sense to go ahead and claim. Yeah, he's going to go ahead and get... Yeah, he wants as much value as he can out of that. Yep, there he goes. So, overall, looking, fairly even in a manner. I mean, it looks like Beacon may have a little bit better of the board state, all things considered. Both of them have 3 resources going into this round, too. Yeah, Majo, it's Beacon and Wiwwt. Luminara rolls in a couple of resources and 2 damage. Force Affinity gives him a couple cards. Oh, he just goes ahead. Man, he's gunning for those temple guards here. The armory comes out. Oh, he's not going to wait for it. Okay. That's a good thing for him to see. He wants to see that. This probably brings out, the standard issue. I'm a fan of this card because of this very reason. Getting the extra resolve out of it is pretty cool. As long as it's not blank or the +2, you feel pretty good about it. I wouldn't be surprised, though, if after resolution here he overwrites with the Ayla Saber. The special move to damage from Luminar to Obi-Wan, which is that's a good swing. It's the 2 damage swing there feels good. So we're going to go with the Cal Saber before the Temple Guards. Okay. All right, well, there's the override as predicted. So that'll, that either... Now, whenever Ayla does her power action, she'll either generate a shield for herself with the Saber or deal an indirect. Since Obi-Wan's the target, and that's pretty typical, this is why you tend to want to run Nullify in this deck. And I think he's got it in the deck. Almost certainly. I haven't looked at all of it. Let me see what I can do here. Let's see, this is... Yeah, does he have Nullify? Actually, he doesn't have Nullify in this. Well, that's one. It's a choice you can make. I mean, I think I was only running... Oh, excuse me. I was only running one anyway. Rolls into both resources. Once again, hitting double. We've seen double reroll and like a cajillion sets of double 2 damages out of them. And of course, when you see double resources, you instantaneously grab them so that you can then play another Jedi Temple card. Because why wouldn't you do that? Broken card. A, not paired. What do you know? Just the 2 sides you want. Always. Guardians, the 2. And the reveal, it's a 2. So he gets more shields. And he gives them straight to Lumi. I guess I've forgotten that you could do that. I thought it was always supposed to be on Leia. Give a character, yep. Haven't seen her out in a while. Wiwwt has always used Leia to great effect. Even after she got balanced up. Obi-Wan did the Guardian as well. Rolled into just a 1 damage / 1 discard. And here comes the oh, yeah, you definitely keep that, of course. That's your Clone Trooper power action die. Ayla Saber doing the 1 indirect. Yep. More resources means that Jedi lightsaber could come out. Here is our... No, okay. Well, good work. Eric got his Jedi Temple Guards out as well. So we are seeing more of that. Yeah, okay. because he felt he didn't need to play the Jedi Saber at this point. Would have only had the extra value of the one shield since he's not, Ayla's not the target at this point. And see, that's more like the way my Jedi Temple Guards roll. Okay. Could we see a dead Lumi this turn? Maybe, maybe. Technically, you could overwrite that Cal Saber for Ataru as part of the saving of Lumi if he wanted to. I wouldn't be overly surprised if he tried to use that to reroll both of those blanks. But maybe he's thinking differently. Nope, okay. Looks like he's going to discard, the Force Reflexes to reroll. He just hits just the 2. Wow, okay. And that is going to... Oh, forgot about that. Yeah, that is... Yeah, okay. 2 more there, and then he's got 1 reroll off the Jedi Temple Guards. So he's really going to hope to hit that. I mean, he also could use it defensively. Yep. There. Oh, and rolls the 2 shield side. Of course. Nice. Well, must be nice. It must be nice. It must be nice to have the dice gods on your side. This is game 2, Rebel Trader. This is game 2. And Wiwwt is down for 1 game. So there's the overwrite of the Ataru, like we thought. All you gentlemen and ladies thought that, I'm sure. Gets the extra 2 shields for Lumi. Power action on the Jedi Temple Guards to do a little reroll. He does the same. Hey, see, that's what I should be doing. Is aggressively rerolling my opponent's dice. Maybe I do need to play the reroll deck. Bans are Baru from Wiwwt. He banned the Baru, and Beaconfire banned Kiadi Mundi. The reroll into Blanky, Resource, and 2 reroll. More rerolls. More blanks. Yeah, he's not surprisingly going for that. Beaconfire is out of... Yep, that's what you do. It's out of cards. He gets more out of it. All right, he passes, continuing to pass. More rerolls. There you go. Now this is where his defensive reroll comes into play. Defensive reroll action. Yeah. Wait, what? Huh? Okay. Oh, I don't know why he did that, but okay. Like, that was interesting choice. Like, he could have rerolled both of those right there, and I don't understand. I don't understand. My mic is out. Check. Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about, Majo. Well, it rolls straight into 4 damage and a resource. That's pretty good for him. That's actually somewhat tricky because he can't realistically do anything about that with what's in his hand. Even if he tried to play... Yeah, so he's not even going to try to go that direction. Interesting. Okay. So rolls into... Yeah, Jedi Temple Guards. Yep. All right, so then... Yeah, I mean, he's got to take the... He's got to just do the damage, right? You got to do the damage here. Yep. All right, so... Yep. And then, yep, 2 damage. Luke's offer. Ooh, good play. Yep. Gets the 2 shields are back. I mean, Ayla's going to be pumped up this turn. I mean, what with Jarkaiga's going to come down, and it's going to get brutal. And in fact, he could play like goodness. At this point, we could see even... the Jedi Saber, well, beyond the Jedi Saber, we can get that IB-94 out. That'll pair up with things like the Clone Trooper and the DC-84, or whatever, DC Blaster. Jarkai is going to make this more and more brutal. Not looking real pretty. Board state-wise, definitely is advantage Beacon here. Okay, these Jedi Temple Guards have kind of forgotten how to roll damage this turn, which is, more like they've surreptitiously got replaced with mine. Kind of like these Jedi Temple Guards, and my Jedi Temple Guards kind of act like stormtroopers. They just don't know how to hit things. And yeah. Must be the white helmets. I can't see in this thing. It's funny because, as you can see up in the top here, Wiwwt is actually running block. So that could be a pretty big play if that comes out. Just noticed that. He's also got the force reflexes in his hand too. That's always pretty good. Missing out on the Jedi Mind Trick though. He could have had the Jedi Mind Trick in his hand. I don't think you should be thinking about okay, you're re-rolling here. Yeah, okay. That's what you're doing. There we go. Yeah, that's what you want to see. There's the IB-94, kind of like what we thought. And then you put the shield with that. Takes a resource on Wiwwt's side. All right. I mean, he's really trying to draw out stuff here. Like I respect the dirtle. I respect the dirtle. Beacon, you're doing it right. Interesting. Okay, so he's kind of, what is Wiwwt kind of predicting here for himself? Like he's obviously wants to save for the big block play. He's wishing he had that last game. Here's our power action. He's going to do an indirect with this. Rerolls into 2 indirect. Not bad. I think you're fine with that. I mean, he continues to push toward the dirtle. Now, if you know, obviously these guys have open deck lists so they can see what's in their deck. So it's entirely possible that Beacon understands that there's a potential for block. That one resource there too. The question is whether, well, no, actually he's at his 5 limit, isn't he? So he doesn't have he doesn't have to put out, or he doesn't need to put out another weapon. Reroll into and hits, actually, goodness, hits the 2 and another blank. I mean, at this point, I think you kind of might want to force Valor here. Maybe a heal on a turn. He's got, I mean, like, Wiwwt's got a pretty good, you know, like, he's got a pretty good dice setup here. Might want to improve that resource on the Itaru, but overall, like, that's a pretty good set of dice to play. So I think you might, choose to. In fact, one way to potentially do this would be to literally turn the Ataru to 2 damage rather than turn the 2 on the other to a blank. Heal, turn. Okay, yep. I mean, that's fine. That's fine. All right, so here's this. And what we see is not a lot of melee. So the block isn't doing much, but what can he do here? He could use the force reflexes and hit potentially, the Ayla that's showing a 2, or and then another die that's showing a 1, like potentially the other Ayla die, for instance. Or really, you could hit the 1 damage on. I mean, really, you want to hit the Jarkide, but boosted dice anyway. So you might even choose instead to go for the Ayla Saber die, which is on the 2 reroll side, and the one of the guns that are showing 1 gun. Yeah, or maybe even both the guns that are showing 1 gun. I mean, you could do that. You can absolutely do that. But yeah, you just got to make some choices here. I think that you would expect that he would reroll, and so he's going to do it. Yep. Okay, so he chooses to go with the version is the line of play to just eliminate. Yeah, because I mean, in the end, like that's like this is what it would look like anyway before he did a reroll. Like he would not choose. He knows that the block is an option. Now it's not, but now he can roll and see what he gets. And once again, doesn't hit a lot of melee, so it wouldn't have really helped him much to try to save. Yeah, I mean, other than rolling those rerolls themselves, like it's pretty good. But now he can do 6 damage and take a resource. Oh, he's gonna. Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. 3 reroll. Oh, he's going to keep the 3 reroll. He's going to reroll the other 4 with this final card. Rolls into 2 blanks. Yep, so he can still do a reroll on the 3 dice he didn't hit at all. Is he wow, he's going to do the contentious. Okay. That's not bad. I think that makes sense. Oh, look at that. That's glorious for him. So he's going to get 2 shields, and that's really good for him. Okay, so 2 shields on Lumi, and then does 2 damage. Here's the reroll for the final. Hits. Oh, so there's damage, but it's also some indirect damage as well. So that's going to just go straight onto Leia. The 2 shields will be good for him though. And yes, it does 6 damage there. So Ayla goes up to 5 since she had 1 shield. There's the 2 damage, 3 damage rather, on the into Leia, and then we'll see. He's checking to make sure he doesn't have any other actions he's missing, and he is just fine with that. Okay. Yep. So is he ready to claim? Probably. Yeah, I think he just claimed there. Yep. 2 shields, 2 damage. So right now we're looking at 8 health on Leia, 5 health on Lumi, 16 total versus 10 health when you count the shields on Ayla at this point. 11 when you count the fact that IB-94 is going to deliver a shield. 12 if you consider the Ayla as giving him a shield, or you go the other direction too, put an indirect out. But I think right now we're 12-16. Board state's kind of still favoring. I would say it's still favoring Beacon, but with 4 health on the line, it'll really come down to some of the removal options. And when you look at this, basically no removal over here, although he's got the double contraband seizure, so it could come up. And then blocks and Jedi mind tricks over there. So, he just needs to generate some resources and everybody's going to be happy. Here's where, Lumi's going to come out first and just make sure that try to get value out of it. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Couldn't have asked for better. I mean, other than maybe getting 2 damage instead, but that's the best sides of those dice. There's our, overriding the standard issue. That's a good idea. Oh, but he hits a blank on it, which is exactly what you don't want to see. But you can still, he has got rerolls out of Jedi Temple Guards and so on. So that may be fine in the end, just getting it out. But so the move here to immediately say, like, well, okay, if you're not going to respect that I had 4 damage out there, I'll put out another die. I think that's where he'd be wanting to go. Probably give a shield. Oh, he does a discard, hits a contraband seizure, so that's actually kind of significant since that would have been a card he might have drawn otherwise. So rolls out and hits a shield. 2 and a double re-roll as well. So this is where you probably say, I need to resolve that damage. Resolve the damage. Oh, nope. Okay. Maybe not. We're going to get that guy out. And there's another special. So that has been working wonders for him. And this is where Wiwwt shines, is in control of his own play very well here. Rolls, but of course then, here you go. There's your 6 damage. And this is where you probably see the block. Bing! Yep. So now he really would like to see some more resources here so he could play that Jedi mind trick after maybe Ayla rolls in. But, alright, so does an indirect with that? Okay, well, yeah, I think you took the indirect over on Leia, right? Yeah. Okay, move some damage over. Yep. Not bad. Yeah, I don't think you want to do that yet, but dude, don't think you want to do that. Yep, reroll everything there. At least you get some shields. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, get a shield. A shield out of that standard issue blaster is not bad. It's the contraband. Draws into the Jarkai, which does nothing for him. He is really dirtling on this damage. I mean, I guess he can because he's not. I mean, he's not really afraid of anything right now. So like he almost like can say, well, if I can delay you taking some shields, fine. Rolls into a shield and the 2 reroll there. Does he think that maybe like it's like he's just trying to wait till the last second to use Lumi's dice? He wants. I mean, if he can get the redeploy over to Leia, great. But he says, nope, not anymore. No need. Rolls into a bunch of indirect here. That's wait, that's not. That's a 2 reroll, not 2 indirect. And then there is a 2 indirect, but that's on Ayla's dice, which is not pumped. So that's actually a 3 reroll. We'll see where this goes. There is a 2 damage out there, but at the Ataro, he says take 3 damage, which he does. And so Ayla with 13 health is looking like, okay, let's see, 7 health left and 4 on the board. That could actually do a damage with Force Valor and a turn to a 2, and he is done. So without using, he'll have to use the rerolls to do it. And with the multiple rerolls, so it's not a bad idea. So, oops, yep, whoop, okay. Yeah, he did the damage. His Beacon already did it. And then, so that must have been what he called. And he's going to turn a die. And he turns to a 2. He says, I'm going to reroll all 3 of those. And this is why you should have taken those damages earlier. Oh my gosh. He just rolls straight into... There you go. All right. That's... Oh, man. That's what it's like playing you, Rebel Trader. He is oh, man. Okay. Oh no! At least they organize themselves. All right. On to game 3. It is now 1-1. And we will see if they both switch decks again. First game was Obi and Luke. And that was won by Beacon. Second game here was, won by Leia and Luminara against Ayla Obi. And Ayla Obi now has 3 losses on the day. He's going back to his Luke Obi-Wan, where he won the first game. And the second, and Wiwwt is switching over to another mono deck. It is a no allegiance special. Oh, baby. This is going to be fun. All right. This is an exciting match here. This is going to be great. Our friend Wiwwt is always known for making and really running really tightly done mono decks, and I am excited to see what he does with this. So this is Fennec Shand and Boba Fett. We've already seen Beacon's deck here, but on this side over here, he's got the Headstrong, which he's throwing back. He's going to keep the Black Market Connection, no surprise there. And then he's going to keep a trick. Luke Obi-Wan, he's already drawn out, and he's got his Yoda's teachings, which he's happy to see. That's going to get him ramped. But then he doesn't have a whole lot else, including he doesn't really have anything to draw. So, therefore, we're not going to see quite the strong board state like the last time he played the deck. But we'll see what he can do with it. On again, his redraw up there. You got the Indifference, an MK Sniper Rifle, and a Hasty Exit. So he's got a pretty playable hand here. Even with Fennec Shan's, nice Mark Rifle. And this should be fun. All right, so the Palace of the Jedi is chosen since Mr. Beacon was able to choose again, as this is the third game. And Palace of the Jedi rolls into a blank, which is something we haven't seen it do thus far, so whatever. It's notable as well, of course, No Allegiance makes this it's a 31-point deck. Actually, I don't think it didn't really need it. This is a 16 and 14, so it didn't actually need it. It's only all that No Allegiance is doing then is giving him +1 health on each of those guys. So keep that in mind. And then, of course, every time he plays a yellow card, Boba Fett's little counter is going to tick up 1, and he gets kind of like a 5-die, or he's a 3-die character in a sense as a result. Yeah, it's a cool deck. Rebel Trader game 1 was Luke Obi versus Hondo Double Pirate Loyalist, and it got eaten alive. The Loyalist, that is. Just did not go well. Pacify got rid of one of Boba Fett's dice there, stopping a resource from coming down. He's considering carefully what he might want to do here. I think what you do, yeah, because you can play the Black Market Connection to no effect, so that would enable. Okay, so he's causing that to reroll, and wants to see the resource, but he doesn't. He really wants to be able to play something, but now hopefully he remembers he can play the Black Market Connection to no effect, and just to be able to tick up the Boba Fett counter and reroll a die. Yep, I think he's realizing it. Yep, he did. Yeah, okay, good. He's figured that one out. So he plays the yellow event, rerolls the die. Yep, still missing the resource. The Yoda Teachings is already hit, of course, and it's got his special, which is what he wants to see. Always, always. Now here comes the next Boba Fett die. What does he get? And more 1 damages. Not what he wants to see. Yep, there's our change from... And it's kind of silly because, like, Boba Fett, is, he's trying to get that resource out of this, but as you'll see on below, Beaconfire has another Pacify. But he also has the blue milk, so maybe it doesn't matter, but we'll see. I wouldn't be surprised if Beacon realizes that just playing the blue milk not a good idea. He says, okay, I'm just going to go this direction. Yeah. Yeah, that's probably right. Move Yoda Teaching over with the power action. Takes a resource over on the other side. Wants to be able to play that MK Sniper for sure, but just as a thing. Guardians, the 2 dice. It's the weak dice. That's pretty good for him, though. Seeing nothing but resources is crazy. Look at that. It's so good. Wild. Nope. You don't have it. Don't have bet. Oh, you're just doing it to no effect? He's doing it to... Oh, that's nice. Okay, so he's doing it to no effect, and that is a... Yeah, so he's doing it to no effect, but he was going to re-roll the die anyway. That's what he's doing. Okay. It takes 3 resources. Guy, you love to see that. All right. Yep. Okay. Reroll. Oh, man, he's just not hitting anything he wants to see. Oh, man. You got to play the MK sniper rifle, man. You got to do it. Yeah. Do not discard that. You got to play it. Don't take the 3 damage. It's not worth it. Board state. Board state. Come on, Boba Fennec. Let's go. Okay. Okay. All right. We're okay. That is a fun card and some super great art. Love it. Love to see it. Love to see it. All right, so on to round 2. Palace of the Jedi rolling 2 shields right off the bat. And Mr. Beaconfire is just flush with money. And he has in his hand the teachings and Force Valor, which are going to get him some stuff. It's good for him. And then the Force Mirage is always good too. He's got some double shield sides that can be. That's a really strong card in this deck, in particular. The Valor comes out, as well as a Darksaber. And notice there's like so little damage on the board. They were just really focusing on getting board state down. And here we go. Darksaber on Mr. Boba Fett. Let's go. Rolls out and hits A. We got some blankage going on. There we go. Nullify to hit the 2 focus. Undoubtedly, yep. Gives the shield to the 3 shielded Boba Fett, so it falls off. So free removal, nearly. He's drawn into the hasty exit again. The second one, which is yet again unusable. I'm marginally surprised. Oh, man. Dude. Yeah, Way of the Jedi here. I mean, he's flush with money, so you kind of have to expect it. He should be kind of happy it wasn't a Jedi mind trick, really. Okay, here comes Boba Fett's die from the extra piece here. Gets the 2 shield. Not bad, but he's still got to reroll some of those dice. And when this is rolled by a dire card effect, give attached character 1 shield. So the 3 shields, kind of a liability. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. So he's going to trick. He says, get rid of that focus. Yeah. Okay. The Force Valor gets played a bit. Let's see what he gets. He does a heal and a turn. Turns to the 2 shield, which is also, again, 2 damage for that particular die. Okay, I'm not sure why he wanted to do. I guess that's fine. Yeah, reroll. Oh, he's doing the. That's right. The power action to reroll the weapon. That's what it is. It's not just the play a card thing. That's cool. Yeah, you can't get yourself a shield. No shield for you. No shield for you. Should have waited. But he does do a damage out of it since it rolled damage. Yeah. Then reroll a weapon die. Then if the die is showing damage, deal damage to the character. Otherwise, give this character a shield. So he rolled into damage. So he did a damage. Obi-Wan took a couple more shields after that. And he's thinking about what's the implications of where he's going next. He'd really like to actually have some resources here. Okay, discard to reroll. I think you reroll all of it, don't you? I mean, you can't count on rolling a resource there. Oh man, there you go. That's a roll. Yeah, just a casual 7 damage here. I mean, you feel pretty good with that. I think you just take the damage and run. Five, 6, 7 damage. Yep. Do it all. Yep. Put it all into Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan then says, I'm not going to Guardian anything. I'm going to make you tempo it. Look at that. Okay, so you got a blank, but 4 natty damage because those discards can be resolved as damage. He's going to play the hasty exit to no effect, and then is he going to reroll a die? Yeah. Oh, he's not going to reroll one of his dice. Okay, it's not an any die, it's a die, or it's one of your dice rather. Rerolls into the Yoda's teachings as a shield. Yeah, Force Valor is a special. 2 more damage out here. Wouldn't be surprised to see the Force Valor heal 1. Okay, all right, that's fine. Yeah, he says, yep. Just not much out of that. Yeah, it's only 1 shield side on that. Okay. On the Yoda's teachings. So now he has to make a choice. He's going to go after Boba Fett as his main target here, which isn't too surprising because that's where the Darksaber is. Yep. Does a heal and a damage with the Force Valor. Force Mirage, he says, I want a resource with that instead of a shield. Okay. Cool. He's got 5 resources again and draws into a fistful of big cards. On the top side, there's the Black Market Connection. That's huge. That's going to get him something big. Probably a Vibra Sword on Miss Fennec. The Tusken Camp is a big deal as well, even though he doesn't have 3 resources. The Rallying Cry will be good for him. This is a pretty good hand for him overall. He has a little bit of reach with the Faltering Allegiance. But there's our Black Market Connection. He's going to pull the other one out of his discard pile and then go searching. Okay, so he's going to... I guess it's fine. If he's going to put it on Boba Fett, he's just kind of not conceding per se, but he's expecting the possibility of Boba Fett potentially, dying this turn. And here he comes. Now we have a nullify potential here. Oh man, look at this roll. There's another 5, 6, 7 damage. Here's the thing though, that grabbing that 0 is a big deal. Grabbing the 1. Okay, so yeah. So that is a strong. That's the thing with the Viper Sword is that Obi-Wan can really counter that. It's like that's a good card to just Guardian there, no doubt. So he does roll into some shield, some damage, resource, and a blank. Well, the discard damage, whatever. But I think you just keep on attacking, and yeah, it's what you do. It's what you do. Start getting stuff out and just go. What did he spend money on? Shouldn't he have two what? Did I miss something? Should he have spent money? Did he spend money on something? Oh, I mean, I'm not sure. Okay. Must have been something. All right. Oh, look at that. More damage. No, I meant actually Rebel. I meant Wiwwt because he had two resources to start the round, and he played Black Market Connection to bring down the Vibrsaur, which should have played for 0. So I'm not sure what happened there. More resources. Yeah. Oh. Rolls into double focus. Not great. And Jedi Temple Guards. Because, of course, we need more. If anybody know what I missed with Wiwwt's first spent resource, put it in the chat because I'm not sure what happened there. There's a lot of stuff going on. All right, he needs to probably put out this Boba Fett die sooner than later. I mean, you got to force it, right? Yeah. Yeah, more damage. There's the Nullify. He's going to give the shield probably to Fennec. I don't think he resolved a pay side. Well, I mean, what pay side would he have? Like he didn't roll the 3 on the MK. So he didn't, and he had the Vibro was removed. So I don't think that's what happened, but maybe it was. Maybe it was a pay side. Maybe it was. I didn't think he rolled a 3-for-1 on the MK sniper. I'm just hoping he didn't like pay one for the Vibro when he shouldn't have. I guess he's confident enough now because he's going to be like Boba Fett has 13 health, so he's got to do 10 out of that, and I don't think he's going to be able to do it. Reroll Fennec. Of course, it hits the blank. Now, where he's at right now, let's see. he wants to hit, like, he needs 5 straight up damage into Obi-Wan to take him out. I don't think he can get there with these. He doesn't have, not in as many actions. So he's gonna have to try to, like, just kind of like, if he can roll like serious damage. Yeah, okay. I mean, the focus there is good because then, like, he might be able to do something, but now if he focuses, it could be funny. Now he does have 2. Yeah. Let's see what happens here. Like, does he gonna re-roll that? Yeah, he does. I was gonna say, because if he doesn't oh my gosh, that's a big deal. Let's see. So the question is, does he say, like, I'll take the shield here or not? Is he gonna take the shield? Is he gonna take the shield? Is he gonna take the shield? He takes the shield. Oh man. I can't. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's funny. It's almost like he pointed out the shield, though. Don't do that, people. Don't point it out. Oh wow, he claims rather than tries to get the value out of the dice. That's kind of that's significant. I guess he's trying. He's that's means that he wants to try and get another rollout and from Obi-Wan. And also, he's got that Quillen in his hand, so he can play out the Quillen to make sure that he gets those redeploys back onto Luke. Oh, and that's so he could actually overwrite now with the Obi-Wan saber, but he doesn't. Okay. Yeah. And this is where you just have to roll out. You just have to roll out Boba Fett here, because he's, he needs to threaten. He does not want to give him the opportunity to do that. All sorts of damage, but what this, Obi-Wan can Guardian 2 of those dice here, which is huge, of course. But yeah, that's a thing that can happen. So now we have a loaded up Luke, though, with no damage and 3 very nice, 3 very nice upgrades. On the other side, he's got Electroshock and Indifferent to kind of help himself out here, but, like, what's... Okay. That'll get... Oh, this is good. Okay, so this... Oh, so he's just going to get, like, a couple of shields out of this. He gets a shield just from that, but okay. Now, here's a fun fact. If the Darksaber moves over to Luke, then he's got to have one of his other upgrades fall off, because you can't... I don't think that it can't be discarded from play. Yeah. So if that happens, then he's going to, yeah, he's going to have to deal with that. So Electroshock's going to eliminate a 2 damage. Okay, yeah. Yep. And rerolls into 2 more damage. There's feels good. Feels good. And he gets another shield out of that. So with Boba Fett with 13 health, he's now 8 away. Strictly speaking, that is now, let's see, 4 damage showing with a 1 focus as well. He's going to play the Indifferent here to get rid of another 2 damage. Tick up. And he says, is he going to... Now, this is interesting because, like, he really wants that 2 damage side, but he's going to roll it again because he can get a shield out of it. He gets it right back. Oh, man. Oh, geez, that must feel nice. Must feel nice. Rerolls into a bunch of garbage. Although the Luke die is definitely 2 damage, but he has to produce, at this point now, 9 damage just to kill Boba Fett, and that is on 5 dice. Let's see, you can get 2, 4, 7. He's got 12 potential if on max, but like that's going to be pretty hard for where he's at. 3 cards in his hand. This is going to be tough. I think, man, this is looking really pretty good for Wiwwt right now. Keeps re-rolling, gets a little bit more damage out of it, so he's now, 4/9 of the way there. MK is a redeploy trader. As long as it's on a unique character, it is a redeploy. And so, yeah. Rolls in more shields on the Boba Fett, so like there's more reason to believe he's not going to be able to get a kill out of this turn. I mean, granted he'd be one-shotting, but still. He's showing now 5 damage and 1 resource and another shield. This is probably where you just you can re-roll this or more. I don't know. I don't think you. Do you really expect he's going to be able to? I mean, I guess you could. He's got one more. He's got one more re-roll out of this, but like, and also the Palace of the Jedi here. That's actually kind of significant. Okay, yep, that's actually a big deal. So there's a special there. He doesn't really need like the greed. He'd probably want to keep around because that's I mean that's represents 3 damage just from that. If you're gonna reroll anything, you probably reroll just the Boba Fett dice here. No, man, don't do it. The greed's good. The greed is good. The greed is good. Okay. Wow. Okay. I just see that's not. I don't think that's the right decision because really those 2 shields, like he's not going to be able to do much with them. Okay. So once again, we're not in the position. Now we're showing 6 damage, so he can get to 9 now. He can actually get to 9. And those shields are going to be worthless. So that was a calculated potential error there. Now you've got to discard the Tusken Camp and re-roll. You got to re-roll the 3. I mean, surely he sees like he's gonna get one-shotted. So this is a discard the Tusken Camp, reroll the 3 dice. You resolve, you greed one of the Boba Fett dice to get a resource out of it if it's not resolvable, and then you resolve. See, there you go. Yeah, you can greed the 1 damage, resolve the 2, and then you'll get, a couple more damage out of it. I mean, that works too, of course. He doesn't need to do it since he didn't focus into it. He's got to spend it all, so you got to spend all yours. 3 damage. Yep. Okay. So that kills Boba Fett. Yep, and he realizes he has to let the Quillen fall off, and the Darksaber's now his. Whee! How exciting. This is a great game. Board state wise, it's the advantage is beacons, but with 8 damage and only 4 health left versus 14 health, this is not going to go his way. And the question is, what does he have in his hand? Is it going to be enough? And he's got a Hawk Bat Swoop, but he has no real removal, so he is in a lot of trouble here. If he recognizes, he's got the Let's Make a Deal on the other side too, so that's huge. If he rolls well, if he doesn't have a lot of, a lot of his dice just don't. No, that's actually that's good for him. It's good for him. But the question is, what does he want to do? Is he going to try and roll out first and threaten, or is he going to try and deploy something, put out another weapon? He's got a Kyuzo in his hand and a Beskar Spear. The Beskar Spear is that is unblockable when that damage, but he's going to go straight to activating here. This is it. This is the big one. Let's see what he gets, because there is no removal to speak of. That is going to be enough. GG. He's got nothing. In fact, he can't even reroll with a Temple Guard. It is not enough. He can only, if he has a Taru, he can overwrite for a Taru to a Taru, get 3, but he's going to say that is enough because that is not enough. Yep. You can Taru for 2 shields, but it's still 6 damage on showing. He can't deal with it. There's a Jedi Mind Trick. Yep. He was looking for the damage. I mean, the removal there. Well played by Wiwwt. Now. This is a fascinating lesson, folks, and like the interesting power of like unique decks and just tight play, like what Wiwwt was doing. Like, he made some decisions that I didn't even necessarily think were right at the time, but then they ultimately pan out well because he knew what his plan was. And I compliment, high praise, high compliments from all of us to him for winning this match. Well played from both guys. This was a tough one, and a lot of good stuff that we got to see here. This was really an exciting match. So thank you all for watching here, and we'll catch you next time. Keep watching. I know RT has got some matches to cast, if not tonight, then tomorrow. So we'll see you next time.